Well, developing story this hour, trade unions NUM and NUMSA have accepted Eskom's 7% wage increase offer. This brings to an end the wildcat strike at the power utility. The mass action has been identified as one of the reasons for persistent power cuts across the country. Heidi Giokos has the details for us this hour. Heidi, well, finally a deal has been sealed.
Yes, indeed, Bradan, the deal has been sealed, and we know that that signature will possibly be on paper in the next few minutes. We do know that unions NUM and NUMSA will be meeting with Eskom just after 2 o'clock. They will be basically giving them feedback to say we accept the 7% wage offer. This is a significant move and development because we do know that workers from both unions have been on an unprotected strike, despite the fact that Eskom was able to get a court interdict to stop workers from striking as they are deemed an essential service. However, this did not deter workers. They felt as though they wanted their demands to be met. The offer on the table from unions, or the demand rather, was 10%, but they have now settled for 7%. We do know this is above inflation, and having asked NUM's William Mabapa why they accepted that 7% offer, he said that, you know, if they could, they would rather accept billions more, but it is something that they felt was satisfactory, given they were able to move from just under 5% and just over 5%. That was the initial offer that was given to unions by Eskom. What's also significant here is that Eskom had themselves, according to NUM and NUMSA, declared a wage dispute, and the unions indicating that this is not common. It's not an employer that declares a wage dispute. It's normally unions that say we are not satisfied with this. What's also interesting here is the fact that the unions are saying that workers were provoked when they found that Eskom had literally walked out of wage negotiations. It's going to be vital for us to get the perspective of Eskom, but the unions have constantly explained to us that they have not been able to have fruitful and constructive engagements with Eskom, and this is why workers then decided, whether it was protected or unprotected, to stop working and basically down tools, which is why the country was subjected to stage 6 load shedding.
Okay, the wages were not just the only issue that was being negotiated. Do we have any idea if a deal has been done on the other service conditions that the unions have been speaking about?
Yes, so we actually did ask NUM in terms of the other demands that were put on the table, have those demands been met? And it seems as though they will still be trying to have a discussion and negotiate with Eskom with regards to those terms of service, as they call it. What's also what they also call it is the sweetener, so additions to the initial demand or the overall main demand of that 7% wage increase. So it seems as though, and I don't think we have a concrete answer as yet, what has actually been concluded on or decided on. That will probably come out in this final signing with Eskom and unions. But I do know that members will be coming back from, I think, lunch, and they will be meeting with Eskom. So it just seems as though for now the main thing is that workers will be going back to work, according to NUM. When we spoke to them a short while ago, they will be going back to work. Whether or not this is going to stop load shedding for now or not have the country subjected to stage 6 load shedding, will definitely be posing that to Eskom. I did see Sikonati Mantshantsha is here. I haven't seen the CEO, so I'm not sure if he will be attending or if it's just other Eskom management.
Yeah, Eskom is likely, of course, to issue a statement as well as the employer, as you said there, Heidi, really setting out what has been agreed with the NUM and NUMSA. At this stage, there's no idea when that is likely to happen. That is Eskom issuing a statement or briefing the media.
No, we're not entirely sure. I can see Sikonati on the corner of my eye, but I will not reach out to him because he'll probably tell me that he can only speak after the meeting is concluded with the unions and Eskom management. So we do know the meeting was scheduled to start at 2 o'clock. It seems as though union leaders and Eskom management are gathering at this stage, and soon after that we'll probably get a clearer indication. Unions did say they'll be having a press briefing, and perhaps we'll be able to engage with Eskom Sikonati Mantshantsha.
Thank you very much. Heidi Giokos on that breaking news story. This our deal done, 7% wage offer on the table that Eskom put last week to the trade unions has now been agreed upon and accepted. We're waiting, of course, for official communication later from Eskom. But Heidi did speak earlier, short while ago, to the NUM, the on the ground. That's the General Secretary, Mr. Mabapa, who said, yes, the deal has been done. But we're waiting for that official communication.